day is finally here to do an unboxing video for something that I had ordered just over a week ago. It actually showed up within a couple days time. I just haven't had time to put a video together. I really wanted to do an unboxing video. So I haven't even taken what is inside this box that I ordered out yet. I want to do that on camera with you guys, give you a little bit of a first-hand review of using these. So as I said, I ordered this and it came in probably about a week later. And this is an attachment from Titan Attachments. I was gonna prop this up so it's easier to kind of deal with and not bend over the whole time, but I'm gonna have to lower this down to ground level. Drag this out. It's packaged very well. Well, if you haven't guessed yet, I bought a set of clamp-on pallet forks from Titan Attachments. These are the 30-inch light-duty clamp-on pallet forks, and I know what you might be thinking because I've read a lot of reviews and a lot of people have the same opinions that clamp-on pallet forks are not the best thing for your bucket. And I would agree with you. However, with the 1025R's lift capacity and these being rated at 1,500 pounds for light duty, that far exceeds the lift capacity of the tractor that I have. So I'm not very concerned about the projects that I'm going to be doing with these and bending my bucket at all. But with a larger tractor with a bigger lift capacity and clamp-on pallet forks, I can understand where that concern would certainly be valid. Overall packaging is actually really good. The way that they wrap each piece. This box right here, I got the cross piece that goes between the two to keep them steady with one another. Sneak by the tractor. Go get rid of this box. Don't worry, I didn't keep any of the foam inside of it. I actually intend on repurposing the foam for something. I don't know what yet. And we'll get back in here and we'll slap these things on. So here they are fully unboxed. And as I mentioned, I got the adjustable crossbar, and essentially that's just an optional bar that goes in between the two pallet forks to keep them sturdy with one another so they're not sliding which way. Since they are just clamp-ons, they go on with pressure. It's probably the best way to keep them in line with one another. So let's go ahead and clip them onto the bucket. Just in case. So this is kind of neat. Each one has this rubber cap on top, and I am assuming that's to put a 2x4 in or something, piece of metal. I only have 2x4s. Okay, maybe a 2x3. I'll have to test that out. It says use a 2x4 that is at least 30 inches long for an upright backstop, right? Okay, wait a minute, just keep reading. The 2x4 is used on this model. will need to be cut to 2 6/8 width for the 7-inch length of the 2x4. So I'll have to try that. I can't do that right now, but I will try that. So I think that likely has something to do with the fact that I got the 30-inch forks. The reason I did that is being that the lift capacity on this is much lower, well, so is the lift height. So the longer the forks, the higher I have to go to tip it to get anything off the forks. So I just went with the 30-inch for that reason, because what I'm going to be doing with it, I really don't need any more length. So the width is a little bit different on these as well, so that is likely why you can't use a standard 2x4 on it. I will end up cutting one down because I do want to use those vertical 2x4s just as a stop for when I'm picking up bigger loads of brush that my grapple can't handle. That'll keep it from rolling back over the bucket and onto the hood, so I will end up doing that. I'm not going to do that today, but right now we'll put this cross brace in and check out how that works. First, however, I want to go and measure the distance between the two openings on these pallets here. So essentially what I'm going to be using these forks for, more times than not, is moving around the other attachments that I keep on pallets. I don't have the little lift brackets that you can get on these to put onto your bucket attachments to just lift it up and carry it around, so I put it onto pallets, same with the grapple. And with the snow coming, I want to move these. I actually want to wrap this in a tarp, but I want to use it to go inside of here. So as long as I go from center, hold on. As long as I go from center to center here at about, say 27 inches, we'll be good. So likely what I'll end up doing is I'm going to head and leave this cross brace on. That way there it's always the width that I need it to be. When I am done with it, I'll just unscrew and unclamp it from the bucket, lean it against the shed, and we'll be good to go from there. Now that we have them on, I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna lift up that pallet to move the mower deck, and I need to get a tarp because I'm gonna tarp that up so it doesn't just sit with snow on it all winter. I will not be using that anymore for the rest of the season. So that's gonna be one of the main uses for this, as well as when I start getting into cutting more of the logs and everything out in the woods. The grapple is really good at clamping down and carrying all those out, but I feel as though I'll be able to move more at a time with this by stacking them all on here. So that's gonna be another use for it. Concern is how thick these things are and getting them to fit into the small spaces that are down in that pallet. The way it's sitting on the ground anyways. Yeah. So because the pallet's not sitting even on the ground and these roots are kind of making a hump here, the thickness of the pallet forks themselves are creating an issue getting into the opening. If it was coming in on the ends of the pallet, I think it would be a different story, but because I'm coming in on the sides, it's creating an issue. So let's see what I can do about that. Got it up. It will go higher, I just don't want to bounce around too much. Let me turn this down. So it'll lift this all the way up, even if I had to put it up on a shelf or something like that. But for now, I'm just gonna tarp it. However, it works really well. It's a little bouncy, but that's to be expected that far out in front of the tractor. So of course this isn't a head-on angle, but I don't see any stress on the bucket. And this isn't a whole hell of a lot of weight either, but regardless, I mean, for what it is, I was kind of trying to keep an eye just to see, but you know, the edge of the bucket seems to be pretty normal, pretty good. I'm not very concerned with it. This would probably be one of the heaviest things that I would be lifting with it. So that, and I guess maybe loads of logs, but I can be more selective with that as you're adding logs, So that's it for this video. I just want to do an unboxing. I wanted to put them on and I wanted to try it real quick, going over and getting the mower deck, doing one of the tasks that I will be using these pallet forks for. I'll show you more as I'm going about. I have a fire going right now and I've got a big brush pile I want to kind of get under and lift that up and start cutting them to size. So that's going to be something that I'll be using it for here shortly. But that's it for this video. Thank you for coming along. Thank you for watching, subscribing. If you haven't, please consider doing so. I will see you in the next one.